Hello everyone. In the next video, we will see how to repair a TV power supply using measuring tools and the manual, rather than swapping parts until it works. I say this because someone opened this particular TV and started replacing components. In the end, they couldn't find the issue and made it unusable. So here is the TV. Let's see exactly what happened. So we see the board's history. We see here that these MOSFET transistors have been replaced. Exactly here, these two have been changed. And here near the fuses, and just below, they have done some soldering. They have changed the protected RRO. This here. And up to there, they didn't find any fault. They pulled it and pulled it back. So, from what I understood, they had found some similar circuit board. And they started taking out one and putting in another, until they precisely identified the burnt one. But without measuring anything with a multimeter, I don't think they used much with the oscilloscope or anything. They just tried components until they found the right one, meaning the burned one. Why do I say this? Look, the MOSFETs they installed, of course, are not hers. And the integrated circuit they replaced is not hers either. It just looked similar. Hers was labeled 6V20, and the one they had put on was labeled 6A20. One letter difference. But what about this letter now? The one letter difference. What about this letter? The one letter difference. Let's first see how I found it, because I also didn't have the 7th model of the Clemania TV. But with the measurements and the selected database, I saw that this one is not hers. So let's start. I have a burnt power supply. I measured the input at 220, the outputs reach 310, and the MOSFETs are fine. I saw that the oscillator does not produce oscillation for this specific circuit to drive the television, so I went to measure the inductor to check if it first receives voltage at the VSS pin and if it oscillates. So I opened its datasheet of the FA6A20, and I saw here, if we open it, we see that pin 10 receives the voltage, the VSS, which is being prepared because it was correct. On 15 to 11, I saw that the resistance going to the MOS, which I saw that the resistors going to the MOS are correct. 2015. So we're correct there. And I thought, let me measure in the standby mode I set, which would need some command to start issuing the calibration. And from what I saw in its standby X foot switch, PC2 should be going to the optocoupler, as it says here. But from what I saw later in the TV circuit, on the board, the X didn't go to any optocoupler for me. The circuit didn't even resemble it. So I got suspicious and thought something was off here with the integrated circuit. I investigated a bit more and found in some schematic on some website somewhere else, that this specific TV uses the 6V20. Opening the manual for the 6V20 this time, I noticed that the voltage I measured was indeed on the pin, as well as the VAB and VAs it has. The correct pins. And the only difference was in the standby mode, which was not on pin 6, but was on pin 3. And indeed, following my circuit, on the TV at pin 3, it was indeed the standby, and it went into another integrated circuit, meaning drivers and a second integrated circuit from there, which was also present on our TV's circuit board. So I was sure that this was ultimately the integrated circuit, the 6D20, because it was the counterpart, the one labeled F1A60. This was already present on the TV as well. So I ordered a complete unit from our friends, the Chinese, because here in Greece I naturally couldn't find it. The entire board had to be replaced. I put it on, and of course the TV worked. I don't know what caused the initial fault, and why I had to change the unit. Obviously, they fixed the burnt component, but with the change they made and with the integrated circuit, they lost it somewhere. Overall, I want to talk about the mentality that exists in power supplies. We keep the power supply and start replacing capacitors, MOSFET, integrated circuits, without taking any measurements, without checking the components, whether they perform as we expect. This is completely theoretical. This recap I keep hearing. Meaning, if we turn on the light, we have to replace the capacitors immediately because it will fail. These are not true. And if you don't make any, it will be a failure. Indeed, the densities are sensitive. They can break easily, yes, but why is that? We need to know why they replace them. We should have measured them first to also examine their form. That yes, it disrupts the trend. So anyway, these are the things I have to say. I await your comments and good fixes. Hello everyone.